Hello and welcome to Speedy Finance. In today's video I'm going to discuss why cars keep you broke. So the first thing to consider when buying a car is the depreciation. So obviously cars lose value over time and they lose value very quickly, particularly brand new cars. If you buy a new car, you're likely to lose around 25% of its value in the first year from its list price. If you buy an electric vehicle, the depreciation is likely to be even higher than that. Some electric vehicles can lose up to 50% of their value in the first year alone. On the next slide, I'm going to show you how much you're likely to lose due to depreciation in the first 5 years of owning a car. So here is the depreciation schedule for a $50,000 vehicle. So you can see at the beginning, it's $50,000. We're depreciating it on a reducing balance method at 20% per annum. So you can see in the first year, 20% of 50,000, that's $10,000. So at the end of the year, the book value is $40,000. In the second year, obviously you take that $40,000, depreciate it 20%, which is $8,000, and that'll leave you with a figure of $32,000 at the end of the second year, so on and so forth. So you can see by the end of the fifth year, the car has depreciated in value all the way down to $16,384. So it's a significant loss of over $33,000 in 5 years. If you had an electric vehicle, it would be significantly more than that. So yeah, that's definitely something you need to take into account. You're going to get hammered on depreciation in the first 5 years of owning a vehicle. So that's definitely something you need to take note of. The next point to consider when buying a vehicle is the opportunity cost with regards to the money spent buying the vehicle. So on the previous slide, we showed how much a £50,000 purchase would depreciate over a 5-year period. However, if instead of buying that vehicle, you had invested that money in either real estate or an index fund, that money would have grown over that 5-year period and would be worth much more than $50,000 at the end. So on the next slide, I'm going to show you just how much your money would have grown in that same time frame if you had invested in it instead of pumping it into a car. So on this slide, I'm just showing you how much this money would have grown if you'd put it into, say, an index fund instead of buying a car. So obviously you can see the starting amount is 50,000, the time period is 5 years, which is the same time period. We've assumed a growth rate of 10%, which is the average of the S&P 500 since its inception, compounded monthly. Additional contribution, we're not making any more contributions. But you can see by the end of that period, you've got in excess of $80,000. So you can see that if you'd pumped this money into an investment as opposed to a vehicle, you would have come out miles ahead. So in the previous slide, you can see that the car was worth just over $16,000 at the end of the year, whereas here, your investments are worth over $80,000. So it's a massive swing in terms of your net worth, just purely down to making a different decision and allocating the capital in a better way. The third point that needs to be considered when buying a car is that the majority of vehicle owners, when they purchase a car, don't buy it cash, they finance the purchase. And you can see these figures coming from the USA in 2024, whereby you can see the average monthly car payment for a new car is $737 and the loan amount would be $41,068. And you can see there the interest rate is 6.61% with a loan term of 68.17 months. So in this scenario, the total cost of the car would have been in excess of $50,000. So this individual, if they'd taken this loan at 6.61%, would have ended up paying over $9,000 just in interest for the vehicle. So not only are they losing money in depreciation, but also on interest. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.